everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Carnes, joined here with
Lucas Coons and the Four Horsemen.
making their debut. I thought there was only three.
No, there's four. We got Globby now.
Oh, God, Globby's here now. Well, anyway, welcome back to Two Jagoffs. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing part 2 of our division breakdown series. Last week, we went through and talked about all 16 teams in the AFC. This week, we are doing the NFC. 16 more teams to go, halfway through, until next week when we recap the preseason. We talk a little bit about college football and some other NFL news that actually broke within the last couple days. Of course, it had to happen after we did the AFC episode. Go figure. But today, we're talking about all things NFC. Before we get into that, Lucas, my friend, you got the four Horsemen?
The Four Horsemen.
The Four Horsemen.
Steve, Orbit, Gloop, and Globby.
Yeah, exactly. You're live here in the studio with all four of them. How's everything going with you, my friend?
It's going pretty good. We got a big project getting revealed this weekend. It's pretty great. Globby's actually making his on-camera debut. He's actually going to be the quickest one to make an on-camera debut. That video's going to be fun. Make sure to check out YouTube on, Friday?
It's Friday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
It's coming out tomorrow.
It's coming out tomorrow.
3-year anniversary
You
special.
better have it ready.
It's going to be ready.
It's already super late, but you better have it ready for the late post.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a lot of special appearances in that video as well.
We do have a lot of special appearances and a lot of silly little appearances.
It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, no, we have the 3-year anniversary special this week. We also have our first ever, I'm not going to spoil, but let's just say I have a first ever.
Sorry, I got very cold in here. The air just turned on.
Honestly, I'm not complaining. It's hot in here.
No, it's very hot in here.
We have our very first interview where we're interviewing 2 people at the same time. 2 wrestlers to be specific. I'm just going to leave it at that because I already said it on Facebook. But we have 2 wrestlers coming on the podcast for the very first time ever. It's a really fun episode. You guys are going to like it this Sunday. But before we get into that, let's talk about this past Sunday. President Versailles, Point Park, another Steel City crossover with my man Nick Brown, the other half of New Management, of course. What'd you think of that episode, Lucas?
It was good. I got to listen to it. Had a very boring work shift that I listened to it through. You guys did a good job. I feel bad that his throat was completely screwed over because my goodness. No, but it was cool that you guys got him on there, and I think he gave some good insight into some stuff that I'm honestly surprised he even answered in the first place. I thought I was gonna be like, that's disclosed, but no, he was fully open with you guys. So no, it was a good episode.
Fully open book. It was probably the best dressed I've ever been on an episode.
100%.
Brought out the sports jacket and everything. Yeah, I know. Talk like Trump with the accordion hands. I know you said that earlier. Yeah, I've been getting bashed in our friend group chat about that. My goodness.
I mean, you're the one that got yourself bashed. You sent the photo of you doing it.
Well, if I didn't send it, Nick was going to send it. So I was getting bashed either
Was
way.
Nick going to send it?
Yes.
Really?
He's the one that pointed it out.
Oh. I was going to say, because I know dang well that me, Kevin, and Jack don't watch the video on.
Yeah, no. But no, the suit looked nice. It was a nice sports jacket. Come on. We practically matched if you really think about it.
I mean, you went to the President of Point Park and said, oh my god, twinsies!
That's not the way I said it. I said, look at us, we're twinsies. I mean, that's not much better.
It's the same thing.
Shut up. But anyway, we got a really fun episode for today. We're talking about all the NFC teams, and last week we started with the Steelers. This week, I think it's only fitting we start with the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. No longer the Kansas City Chiefs. And for the second time in franchise history, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to go through the NFC East, mid, max, and then we're going to go through
mid,
and rank
max.
Mid, max, whatever.
Mid,
max.
max.
Mid,
Mid.
Well, a lot of these teams are mid anyway.
Mad,
Max.
Axum.
Axe?
Axe.
Makes no sense.
This is what happens every week. The giggles before recording.
I know, it's bad.
Yeah,
Anyway,
and by the way, this is our third take to start off this episode.
It is. Well, you practically destroyed half the studio coming in
The
here.
cord was in my way. It's funny because I was literally making fun of your terrible cord management, and then I hit the cord and almost knocked it off the table.
Well, the good thing is, going forward, we're going to be trying to aim to be in the Media Hub every week.
That is
So
true.
we love our Jagoff headquarters, our home studio, but we're going to take a little break for a little while, stay in Point Park's campus. I mean, we're already going to be down there, have some fun, bring some other guests on. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good
It's
time.
going to be a very good time.
But yeah, let's talk about the Eagles now. The reigning Super Bowl champions. They're practically running it back with the same offense. Jalen Hurts is still there, Super Bowl MVP. Saquon Barkley is there, arguably should have been the MVP in some people's eyes. You got A.J. Brown, you got Devontae Smith. The O-line is better than ever. And the defense, although has been gutted this year, has still found ways to fill the holes. I'm going to go to you first, LK. What's your thoughts on the Eagles going into next year?
I think that they're going to do basically just as good. They might lose another game or so just because of the fact that their defense did get pretty screwed over. I mean, they still got some incredible players going into their second year. I'm excited to see their offense play. It's always electric. Hopefully Saquon Barkley can break the Madden cover curse. Very few players ever do that. So, I don't honestly. I don't think he's gonna have as good of a season because he had a record season. So if he does slightly worse, I'm not saying Madden curse, but if he significantly drops off, that might be bad for the Eagles. But Saquon Barkley is a legendary player. I don't think he's gonna drop off like that.
No, I don't think so either. Saquon is still there, and I love the wide receiver tandem with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Hurts really came into his own last year, and this is the year to really prove, okay, listen, I'm not only doing this because of the system I'm in, I'm actually doing this because I'm that damn talented.
He needs to play post-injury, not pre-injury.
Exactly. He needs to play post-injury, because pre-injury and pre-bye week, he looked awful. He was turning over the ball a lot. He had a lot of fumbles lost, but post-injury and post-coming back, he absolutely lit it up. He looked great going into the playoffs. He dominated the entire time. He got to watch for the trap games, though. There's a couple of teams that's floating around the NFC that I could see them getting trapped within the NFC bracket. I'll get to that when we get to their division. You may have a feeling you know what team I'm talking about, but we'll get there later. Eagles, though, I'll be honest, I think they're going to be just fine. They're probably going to win the division. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm saying they're going to win the division as well.
Probably.
What's your mid-max?
To be honest with you, I'm going to say 11, 12, 13. I think they're right there. I don't see them losing more than 11 games. There's no way. I see them sweeping the Giants both times. I see them matching the Cowboys. And the Commanders, they're either going to match or sweep. So that's how it's going to be in their division. They got a pretty easy schedule outside of that. Yeah, 11, 12, 13.
I'll play devil's advocate. I'll say 11, 12, 14.
Oh, okay. I don't mind that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are going to be the biggest issue. My thing, too, is, if the Eagles get in the postseason enough and they know that they're going to have that first slot, they might lose to the Commanders on purpose. They might play their second strings and stuff like that. They might rest people. So I don't think that they're going to sweep the Commanders. I think it's probably at least one of the Commanders, whether it's a evenly matched game or a Commanders obviously one game. It doesn't matter. Either way, they're still losing that. So I think they're going to lose a couple, but I think they're definitely going to be first in the division.
Big matchup in 2 weeks too. Cowboys Eagles week 1 Thursday Night Football. That's going to be a really good game.
I can't wait for the Cowboys to start 0-1. I almost said the Devils. The Cowboys are like Devils though. Their fans are like Devils.
I think about the New Jersey Devils, the hockey team. I was like, I was wearing a Devils t-shirt yesterday. That's how I was surprised he said that.
I don't know why I said Devils.
I mean, I miss hockey too. Let's bring back the Devils.
You know what? Maybe it's because I'm looking at an iceberg right here.
Oh gosh, not iceberg. Well, let's talk about the Washington Commanders for a second now, because a lot of people are projecting them to be Super Bowl favorites, but I'm here to reassure you that they are going to not even be a playoff contending team if they can't bring back Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is the superstar of the Commanders. We all praise Jaden Daniels, and I love him to death. He is the franchise guy. He brought a new life and a new hope to the city of Washington, D.C., but at the end of the day, Terry McLaurin has been the most consistent player for the Commanders over the last decade. If you don't bring him back, don't be surprised if the Cowboys jump ahead in the division. Don't be surprised if the Eagles do sweep the Commanders, even with starters being rested. I'm here to tell you right now, the Commanders' ceiling is endless. I believe they're a playoff contending team. I believe they're going to go far. I believe they can be in Super Bowl contention, but they need to have the pieces built back together. If Terry McLaurin gets traded, Deebo Samuel is their number one receiver. This is no disrespect to Deebo Samuel, but we saw what happened when he was in San Francisco for his final year. They need that starting solidified wide receiver, and that is Terry McLaurin. The run game is great. The offensive line has gotten even better by adding Laremy Tunsil, a future Hall of Famer. That's a big addition right there for that line. The defense has gotten so much better. Zach Ertz is coming back. Brian Robinson Jr. is coming back. They added more depth in the running back room, so if Robinson goes down, at least they have a backup plan. Not to mention, the fan base has gotten so much behind this team to the point where the Commanders are now becoming a fan favorite in the NFL. Who would have thought? So I think the Commanders are going to go far this year. I think they're going to do well in the playoffs, but it all falls on whether or not they can bring back Terry McLaurin. Jaden Daniels is the most clutch player in football. Let's be honest. 5 game-winning drives last year? That's incredible for a rookie. Took his team to the NFC Championship. First time ever rookie's done that. I think they're going to be good. If I had to give you a record prediction, I don't see them losing less than 10 games. I'm going to be honest, 10 is the lowest. But I'm going to be a little higher on their ceiling. I'm going to go 10, 11, 13. 10, 11, 13 for, what is it,
Mid-max.
Mid-med-max.
Mid. You say med. You put the shit.
Mid-med-max, damn it. There. Sorry.
Terry is definitely a big concern. Defense, like you said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They got a lot better. You already said everything. I'm not breaking it down. Jane Daniels, great quarterback. The division, they're not going to win it. I see them being high playoff contention too. I would say, I'm going to say 10, 11, 12. I'll go.
Fair. That's fair.
I'll go right below you. I'll say 10, 11, 12. I could very easily see them winning 12. Honestly, I think they're winning either 11 or 12, but I'll say at the bottom, something goes wrong, I'd say 10.
You say 10?
I'd say 10's the bottom, yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the New York Giants for a sec. This is a team that a lot of people don't want to talk about because on paper they seem to be really bad. This is a team that can upset some teams this year. I feel like a lot of people are overlooking the Giants. They're not a playoff contending team. I want to reassure the listeners right now. I'm not about to sit up here and say the New York Giants are going to the Super Bowl this year because that is not happening. They'd be lucky to even get 7 wins. I'm here to tell you this, though, right now. They have arguably one of the best offensive lines in football. They have arguably one of the best defensive lines in football. That's where the battle begins. The battle begins in the trenches. And if you have a defensive line that can stop the run, and if you have an offensive line that can create the run and open up the passing game, all that matters is whether or not your quarterback plays well. The issue with the Giants, though, is they got 4 different quarterbacks to play with. They got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, who they are not trading, by the way. They came out and said that Jameis Winston is a Giant. Jackson Dart, who they drafted this year, who I think was a steal pick for them. And Tommy DeVito, who, let's be honest, he'll probably be working out at Papa Allen's somewhere by next week.
Isn't he injured?
I'm pretty sure he is. I think the New York Giants are probably going to finish bottom of this division. Don't be surprised if they upset one of these teams in the division. Don't be surprised if they pull a fast one on the Eagles. Don't be surprised if they pull a fast one on the Cowboys. Don't be surprised if they pull a fast one on any teams this year. The New York Giants are good. The wide receiver room has gotten better. Malik Neighbors is a superstar in my eyes. Not to mention they got an absolute steal at running back, getting Cam Skattebo from Arizona State. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots are both morons for passing up on Skattebo. You tell me Caleb Johnson's going to be better than Cam Skattebo? Give me a break. Listen, the Giants, this is a solid team. It just sucks at the division they're in. Let's be honest, they're not going to go far. If you want a mid-med max, though, I'm going to give you 6, 7, 8. Right around there. They're going to have a better year than last year, but they're not going to be as good. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to say 5, 7, 8. I can see them losing a lot of games. 5, 7, 8.
Did you see that video of Welcome to the NFL, Abdul Carter?
Yes.
Yeah, that's about how their season's
And he wanted to wear Lawrence Taylor's number.
Yeah. Terrible, terrible opinion. I'm so happy that the family blocked that. I am so incredibly happy.
I am too.
Because he was ready to say yeah, but the family said no. I'm going to say, as much as I want to say 4, I think I'll agree with you and I'll go 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
I really want to say 4 though, but I don't know. They got enough players to get 5 wins, I think.
They do. They really do. And again, I know that 8 sounds like a little crazy. You're probably like, whoa, what? You think they're going to 8? No, I don't think they're actually going to get 8 wins. I'm just saying the most that I could see them getting is 8 wins. Because that team is really that good to where they can. I don't see them getting a winning record or playoff contention anytime soon. But let's be honest, if the Commanders and Cowboys both slow down like a lot of people are projecting, there's always room for improvement. That team that's going to improve is the Giants by default.
It's crazy to me how many people actually want Jameis Winston. To the fact that they had to come out and publicly say they're not trading him.
Dude, did you see Russell Wilson's moon ball that he had? 80 yards! And Steelers fans said he couldn't throw.
Which, I see that video and then they still say they're not getting rid of Jameis Winston, which makes you really wonder why not. Why do you need 4 quarterbacks? Is this the Cleveland Browns of the NFC?
I guess so.
People were saying that Cleveland was definitely reaching out for their 8th quarterback. Or 7th or whatever. 7th. Yeah, they have 6 right now, right? 5.
Wait. The 2 rookies, Flacco, Watson, Huntley, Pickett. Yeah, they have 6.
6, so that would be the 7th.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine if Cleveland traded for Winston had 7 quarterbacks?
Actually,
and they all make the 53-man roster?
What a waste of slot. They're like 3 running backs and like 7 quarterbacks. Alright, final team in the division. America's team. The Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott will be returning from injury. CeeDee Lamb will be coming off an amazing season. George Pickens will be making his Cowboys debut. But I feel like the biggest headline that's coming out of Dallas is whether or not Micah Parsons will remain a Cowboy. That is the biggest storyline here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's Jerry's world, and we're all living in it. Lucas, I'm going to give you the floor here. What's your thoughts on the Cowboys? And be careful, because you know that half of new management has feelings.
Oh, here, let me call out the other half of new management real quick. I like how they call it America's team when everyone in America hates them. Unless you're a word I won't say out here, and I'll replace it with Jagoff.
Ooh.
Unless you're a big Jagoff.
A big Jagoff.
I won't say the other word, because the other word isn't podcast friendly, but Jagoff is podcast friendly.
I'm about to to say? We're not going to get canceled already?
I mean, you said damn it, so.
I said prostitute last week, so who knows? Damn it's not a bad word. I mean, it is a bad word, but it's not like a...
Would your dad have beat you when you said that at 7 years old?
Okay, yeah. But it's not like I said brick roads again.
You mean it's not like me and Kevin said brick roads and you got mad at it?
Hush. Talk about the Cowboys before I have another brick road moment.
Dak Prescott, I've been pretty reluctant to call him out, but this is the year I'm officially saying he needs to do something else. He should be off the team. Jerry Jones, probably one of the worst owners in the NFL. The fact that he keeps saying that Micah Parsons is going nowhere but then refuses to work out a deal with him really makes me wonder how sure Jerry is that he's not going anywhere. That situation with him is really the NFC version of the Bengals with Hendrickson right now. Parsons and Hendrickson are in like the same debacle. Like the teams keep saying it's fine, but then they're getting trade requests and they're looking at it and they're saying it's fine, but they're not re-signing them. So that's going to be something to look for. CD Lamb and George Pickens, the crash out team. That's going to be something I wish I could have watched with my team, but we never got to see that crash out. I think the biggest thing for the Cowboys is actually scoring on offense. Dak Prescott throwing the ball to the right team. And I guess can the defense keep up with how lackluster the offense has been recently?
That's the real question. And if you get rid of Micah Parsons, that defense takes a major step back.
Yeah.
So I got to be 100% honest with you. I don't see the Cowboys going far this year for that sole reason. And it also makes you wonder, how the hell is Dak Prescott the highest paid player in the league? $60 million a year. I showed you the video last night of all the different quarterbacks that were like the highest paid.
Screw Kirk Cousins. I need his agent.
Yeah, Dak Prescott is the most paid quarterback right now in the NFL. Why? What has he done to prove that? He has just as many playoff wins as Tony Romo. He's been in the league for almost a decade. When the hell is there going to be change? And plus, they have a first-year head coach who, keep in mind, a first-year head coach has never won a Super Bowl, let alone even been to a Super Bowl before.
It's going to be weird seeing them with the new head coach.
Yeah. So, I'll be honest, it's going to look like this for me, 8, 9, 10. That's where I'm at. They're going to be right around, because last year they had 8 wins. I feel like they're either going to be right back there or just slightly better because of Dak coming back. That's the only reason why I say that.
I'm going to say 7, 8, 10.
That's fair.
7, 8, 10. There's a lot of questions with this team. Staying healthy, staying valuable, staying on the team itself. There's a lot of questions. So I'm going to say as low as 7, I could see it going.
Sounds good here. Let's go over to the North. 4 pretty solid teams, in all honesty, going into this year. I would say all 4 of these teams I could see in the playoffs. And as crazy as that sounds, and I want to start off with the team a lot of people are the most iffy on, that's the Bears. And I know a lot of people's like, wait, Bears are a playoff contending team? On paper, they should be. Now, in reality, are they going to be? That's going to be the question that's going to be raised this year. They got Caleb Williams going in his second year. He started to figure things out going at the end of last year. They have an incredible offense. Luther Burden, although had question marks in training camp, looked pretty solid in the preseason. I'm excited to see the way he plays. The running back room has gotten better. The defense is honestly underrated. Amazing secondary. One of the best secondaries in the league. The pass rush has gotten better as well. My fear is that inside linebacker and nose tackle rule, I don't really like the way they have the middle of the field lined up. I feel like they could have got somebody else in free agency, but that's besides the point. Overall, Bears should be a solid team. Not to mention Ben Johnson is going in his first year as a head coach for this team. So again, don't expect them to be like, oh, this team's going to win 13 games and go to the NFC Championship. No. But this team right here could easily upset some games. I could see them splitting with their fellow 3 teams in the North. Honestly, that's how good they can be. The question is, though, will Caleb Williams keep the ball secure, and will the Chicago Bears finish games strong? Because the Bears have known for giving up fourth quarter blown leads. I mean, they're literally the second team in the NFL that gave up the most fourth quarter blown leads last year. So that's the question for the Bears. I'm going to be all over the place with this next one.
So am I.
6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10 for the Bears.
Wow.
Shocker.
Yeah, that took me a second to actually process.
6, 8, 10.
Sheesh. You have them a lot higher than I do. Jeez.
I feel like I do compared to a lot of people.
Yeah. The Caleb Williams, he needs to play like he did the last couple games of the season. You can't say he's a rookie anymore whenever he makes stupid plays or mistakes. He's going into his second year now. Nowhere near a hot seat at all, but he's not that. He hasn't had that rookie card anymore. The team overall has gone a lot better. Like you said, the defense is underrated. The offense has weapons. The question is, can the defense make stops when it's important, and can the offense keep up? I think that they have good possibility. My problem is just I don't like this team in general. Like, not biased, it's just I don't like the team on paper they look good, but they never look as good as they do on paper. So I'm gonna be a little bit more harsh on them. I'm gonna say 5, 7, 8.
5, 7, 8?
Yeah. I can see them even getting 6, but there's not 4 slots.
I do want to say this too. I totally apologize. I forgot we never even ranked the NFC East. So what we're going to do is at the end of the episode, we'll rank all 4 divisions to make it fair. Like, we didn't actually go through and rank all 4 of them. We'll do that at the end of the episode.
Okay.
We'll do it at the end just so we don't confuse things. But no, I get where you're coming from. I just like the Chicago Bears a lot this year because I feel like this is the year where Caleb Williams is going to have growth. A lot of quarterbacks either have a sophomore slump or a growth year. And he was one of the quarterbacks that didn't look too good, but I feel like this will be his initial growth year.
I don't know. This might be like you with the Jets last year, where I had the Jets as my dark horse and then they sucked.
Well, I don't think they are going to be in the playoffs. You'll be surprised when I give you my record. I'm just saying that 10 is the most I could see them at.
Fair.
All right, next team. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions. This is a team that honestly kind of upsets me. They should be Super Bowl champions by now. They should be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. That's how good this team is, but they're not. Dan Campbell is at fault here. The amount of blown leads, the amount of questionable decisions on 4th down, the amount of questionable decisions to whether or not go for it or not go for it is what screwed the Lions over time and time again.
Going for 2 points.
Jared Goff is a system quarterback that fits very well within the Lions. The Lions' offense is arguably the best outside of the Eagles and maybe the Buccaneers if you really want to go that far. And the Bengals. You got to throw the Bengals up there too. The Lions, though, to me, their biggest issue last year wasn't just Dan Campbell. It was defensive injuries. That defense had 13 starters hurt last year. That's practically half the team. And a couple backups as well. Aiden Hutchinson will be returning to action sooner than later. That's going to be a big-time step up for them. Outside of that, though, I'm going to give you 9, 10, 11. I think they're going to have a bit of a step back this year in the regular season just because of how good the North is. Don't be surprised if they split games or even get swept some games by their fellow teams. I'm going to go, I feel like that's solid. 9, 10, 11.
I'll say 10, 11, 12. Okay. My only issue is, which was why I could see them going lower, is the fact that they lost both coordinators.
That's big too.
Yeah, how well the new coordinators are going to work out is a big factor. They could do much worse. They could even somehow do better than what I gave them. I think... What did I say? 10, 11, 12?
10, 11, 12.
Yeah. I think 10, 11, 12 is fair for them. They're still going to be contending probably to win the division, but it's going to be a lot closer. I mean, it was right there with the Vikings last year, but I think he's going to be close with the Vikings and the Packers this year.
Speaking of the Packers, let's talk about Green Bay for a second. Jordan Love has been sensational. The offense has gotten better. The defense has been great. Matt LaFleur, whether or not you like him or not, he has been a great head coach. I don't got too much to say. I think they're going to compete. I think they are dark horse contenders for the Super Bowl this year. I don't think they are going to be there, but they're dark horse contenders. You got to really put that into perspective. They gave the Eagles a hard time last year. They smoked the Cowboys before. They've beaten the Commanders. They have numbers on every single team in the NFC, so this is a team that could upset some teams. I'm going to go 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I'm also actually 10, 11, 12, so I think it's going to be very close between them and the Lions and the Vikings, as I already said. Jordan Love, I've always liked him, you know that. There's records to show that. I got receipts for that. I hope they beat Dallas round 1. I don't know if they'll make it out of round 2 or not. It'd be nice too, but the NFC is such a stacked playoff sheet whenever they actually hits round 2. If a team in the NFC makes it to round 2, they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl right there.
Fact.
That division, or that whole conference is just so good. Yeah, I think 10, 11, 12. I'm getting the exact same as the Lions.
And the final team in the North is the Minnesota Vikings. This team right here, outside of Philadelphia, is the best team to play quarterback for. Any quarterback can fit into the system. It is the most quarterback-friendly environment in the NFL. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, best pass protection in the league. Tight end room is flawless. The defense is incredible. The question is going to fall on J.J. McCarthy. How is McCarthy going to play in Kevin O'Connell's system? He was a rookie last year, did not play at all, didn't even have any preseason reps. Looked okay so far throughout training camp and preseason, but there's a lot of big expectations. I don't want to scream Vikings going to the Super Bowl because it is McCarthy. It's his first official year. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to go 8, 9, 10 right around that playoff bracket. I feel like they're still going to make it. They still have a solid chance, probably at that 6th or 7th seed. But it's going to be pretty rough throughout the regular season. J.J. McCarthy's going to grow a lot this year. There's going to be some games where he's going to look like it's going to be like Bo Nix last year. Some games he may have 4 interceptions.
He might have 1 yard by the end of the second.
Yeah, he might have that, or he may have 400 yards one game. It's all going to fluctuate. I have expectations for McCarthy. Out of all the quarterbacks, though, from his class, I did have him as the worst. So I'm going to be the toughest on McCarthy. But the system he's working in is very quarterback-friendly. There shouldn't be too many issues. I don't see them having no 5 or 6 wins. That's just bogus.
Yeah, I'm a little bit over the place with this one. I'm actually gonna go 7-9-11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I really don't know what to do with McCarthy and I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play out. I mean, he's coming off injury. Um, it could go really good. It could go really bad. It could go decent for. I mean, I know he's technically not a rookie, but technically a rookie. So, yeah. We'll see how it does. I mean, they're pretty much relying on him. They don't really got another good quarterback to replace him with. So, yeah, I'm gonna stick to 7-9-11.
All right, again, we'll rank all the divisions at the end of this episode since I totally forgot what the NFC East.
Are you gonna keep avoiding the thing you don't want to talk about?
I was gonna go to the West next.
Oh, you're gonna go to the thing?
We'll go to the West.
I thought you were just like avoiding as long as you could.
No. We're just going. I was trying to go in order like last time. So we got the NFC West. This is the division that was the toughest for me to break down because all four of these teams could either be in the playoffs or all four of these teams could be dead last. That is how different this division is. I feel like we should start off with a team that's honestly probably going to win the division. I don't think there's really debate here. It's the Rams.
Hey, Rams.
It's the Rams. The 49ers, Cardinals, and Seahawks will get...
my reference.
LA Knight. Yeah.
Don't do that ever again.
Shut up.
Your voice is too broken.
It is right now. 49ers, Cardinals, and Seahawks. Again, those teams are all over the place right now. We'll break down all three of them in a sec. Rams are probably the easiest. They got Cooper Kupp. Actually, they don't have Cooper Kupp anymore.
They don't.
They have Devontae Adams, and they got Puka Nacua.
Traded him to a rival.
They got Kyron Williams. I know, which is crazy. They got Kyron Williams, who I believe is one of the best backs in the league. They got Blake Corum coming back from injury. And they got my man Matthew Stafford, who is probably the best gunslinger in the league. Listen, I think they're going to win the division. I feel like all three of these teams can split with them. I feel like all three teams are that good. The only one I could see them sweeping is maybe the Seahawks, just because the Seahawks front line is like a little iffy. And again, that Rams running back room is lethal. The Cardinals and Niners at least have a solid defensive four. They have a solid four guys that you can run and you can blitz. I'm going to give the Rams 10, 11, 12. I feel like they're right there. I don't see them losing less than 10 games. And if they did, it would be because of Stafford going down. That'd be the only reason why.
Yeah, this team's really exciting. Trading Kupp to Seattle is a little interesting, but obviously they got Devontae Adams, which is huge for them. Some would even say massive. I'm gonna say 11, 12, 13. I'm actually excited for this team. For once, I'm actually gonna give the Rams a lot of credit here. Usually I'm pretty hard on them, and usually I'm pretty correct on being hard on them. This year, I have hopes for them. I don't think they're Super Bowl contending, but they're definitely high playoff contending team for me. The NFC is just such a hard place to be in right now.
It really is.
Especially whenever, I mean, if they make it that far, you're going to have to verse probably the Eagles, or who knows who from the North. Probably no one from the South, to be honest. But, I mean, their own division is going to be a struggle for them, so. But I'm excited for this team.
I am too. And again, the Cardinals gave them a hard time last year. The Seahawks gave them a hard time last year. Both teams actually blew out the Rams at one point. And that was when the Rams were at full strength. So the Rams got to be on point this year. They can't underestimate any division opponent this year.
I think Adams is going to help them out a lot.
I think so too. Talking about the Seattle Seahawks now. I love Sam Darnold. I really do. Came to his defense last year. He's a great quarterback, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This Seahawks team has been gutted. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett both being gone is big losses. And don't get me wrong.
Wasn't it the same day, too?
Same day.
Yeah.
They still got Jackson Smith and Jigba, and they still got Jake Bobo. My man, Jake Bobo. The running back room is lethal with K9 and Zach Charbonnet, and they got a solid backup in Drew Lock. But overall, I just see the Seahawks taking a massive step back. Out of all the teams in this division, this is the one that I can confidently say will have a losing record. Min, max, I'm going to go 6-8. I'm going to go 6-8-9 here. I feel like if they did get a win, it would be just barely. I don't see them in the playoffs this year. I see it being a struggle year. I feel like a lot of people are going to call for Sam Darnold's job by the end of this year, but he's still going to put up solid numbers. He's going to be kind of in that Trevor Lawrence role where like he looks good, but the team he's on is awful.
Yeah, this team, I mean, it's going through a complete, basically rebuild, just without the actual rebuild process. They just traded for everyone out and traded everyone in. I'm going to say 7-8-9. I think they're still going to have a good season. They're probably going to be right outside the playoffs knocking in. I doubt they're going to make it in, but there's always going to be that little chance. They're going to be fighting for it, though. I think Darnold, I don't think he's going to do it anywhere near as good as last year. He just doesn't have Justin Jefferson anymore, who's arguably the best wide receiver in the league, if not top 2, top 3. JSN, I mean, he's a great player. I like him a lot, but he got kind of screwed over now. Is he wide receiver 1 or 2?
Who?
JSN.
1.
He's won.
He's won.
So he went from 3 to 1.
3 to 1. It's a big jump.
And then Cup is there too, obviously. Right?
Cup will be like more of a slot guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, they just lost a lot of weapons that have been there for a very long time. So I think it's gonna be a struggle, but I think they're gonna be right outside.
On the Arizona Cardinals now, I'm going to put my unbiased hat on here for a second and say that this is actually the one year where I can confidently say the Arizona Cardinals actually have a chance to go to the playoffs. Do I believe they're going to do that? Absolutely not, because I am used to the sadness. I am used to the depression. I'm not going to be a Cowboys fan like our good friend Nick Brown and say, it's our year, it's our year.
Downtown Nick Brown, Elvis himself.
But if you break this down from specifics here, the secondary has drastically improved. Budda Baker has been sensational, arguably the best safety in the league. The defense has gotten better. They have the best tight end in football in Trey McBride. The wide receiver room is incredible now, outside of their third slot. I feel like they could have added a slot receiver this year. That was my biggest critique on the Cardinals draft. Kyler Murray is on a year where he is on the hot seat. He needs to prove himself this year, and that's usually when quarterbacks overperform. Jonathan Gannon has been a solid head coach. I mean, I've been very critical of Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Wilkes. I've been impressed with Gannon so far, so I'm pretty sure that he can take this team to pretty far places. Last year they had 8 wins. I think they're going to be right around that same point. I'm gonna say 7 wins is gonna be their lowest here, because if Murray somehow gets hurt, there's no hope for this team. I think 8 is right around that middle of where they're gonna be. I could see them winning up to 10 games though. I think the Cardinals are that good this year. Are they gonna do it? No, because I'm not about to hype myself up, but they are capable of doing it. Last year, if you would have changed 3 results last year, the Cardinals have 11 wins and win the division. Let's be honest. The Cardinals had 11 wins last year and they win the division. If you change those last 3 results, 2 of them with questionable calls by the officials, and the other one was a dumb move by Kyler Murray. He threw it on 4th down. It was against the Vikings. I was in Sheridan at a pit party, and I was watching on my phone, and Kyler Murray was under pressure. He threw it. He just lobbed it downfield. It was a pick at the end of the game. They could have easily took a knee and kicked the field goal, but that's besides the point. But anyway, Cardinals were capable of winning 11 games last year. They're going to be nowhere near that this year. I'm going to say solid 7, 8, 10.
I'm going to say 6, 7, 9.
Okay.
I think they're
6?
6, 7, 9.
No, hell no, you're high. Not 6. Not unless Murray gets hurt. Hell no.
Yeah, got to incorporate the facts of something going wrong.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead.
I'm going to say 6, 7, 9. No, I do think your team has actually gotten better. I will say that.
Much better.
Kyler Murray is my only issue, because God knows how he's going to perform. He's probably performing better on Call of Duty right now than he is in the NFL.
I actually disagree with you. I read a stat. Kyler Murray has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in football. He has, outside of Jaden Daniels over the last 3 years, he has the most fourth quarter comebacks. More than Patrick Mahomes, more than Josh Allen, more than Lamar Jackson. He also has more yards after the run out of any quarterback behind Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray's been consistently good. His only issue is staying on the field. So I would actually disagree with you on that. But go ahead.
Yeah, consistently injured. No, but I hope he has a good year for your sanity. Doesn't do anything for me if they're good or bad, but I don't know if you can deal with another terrible season.
I don't think I could. I mean, I'm expecting it, so it's not that bad. The team that's going to kill me this year is the Penguins. That's the team that's going to kill me. But
it's going to kill us all.
Now let's talk about the team I saved for last on purpose, the San Francisco 49ers. Why are they not in the Super Bowl every year? Why?
Injuries.
Why are they not in the Super Bowl every year? Even with injuries. Nick Bosa. Brock Purdy. I can't do the thing right now. My voice is practically toasted.
I've never been able to do it, or else I'd do it for you.
Brandon, this team should be right there in the Super Bowl every single year, but injuries have held them back, and inconsistent players have held them back. I'm a big Purdy fan. I really am. I mean, me and you defended the hell out of him in the Super Bowl special a couple years ago with my dad, and there was reason why. Brock Purdy defied the odds. He was Mr. Irrelevant and became the starting quarterback over a former top 3 overall pick at Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, who's won multiple Super Bowls behind Tom Brady. Why the hell is this 49ers team not there? This is a Kyle Shanahan-run team, which is from the Bill Belichick branch. Why are they not in the Super Bowl? It just blows my mind every year. I'm not giving them any credit. I'm going to say 7, 9, 10. I don't see them going anywhere.
Is Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat?
Kyle Shanahan's not on the... I want him to be, but here's the thing. He's never had 2 bad years in a row. He's never had 2 bad years in a row. He's always had a bad year, then a good year. A bad year, then an okay year. Now, if he had... This is going to be his 2nd bad year in a row. We may have to start calling for his job next year. But I think it's still too soon, because 2 bad years in a row is not like Shanahan at all. I'll be honest with you. I could see the Cardinals and the Niners being right there for that last playoff spot. That's how bad this 49ers team is.
I'm gonna say 7, 8, 9. I don't like this team. On paper, they should be one of the best in the league. They never are. They never ever are.
Never are. No.
I mean, they had one good year and they got injured in the Super Bowl. That one guy got injured in the Super Bowl. It really just killed their dreams right there.
Yeah. Let's move over to the South. I feel like we should talk about the one team that is actually worth mentioning first. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Team that is probably winning the division. I know you're excited with it, man. Baker Mayfield, starting quarterback. Mike Evans, future Hall of Famer, easily. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Chris
Godwin, incredible. I mean, Jalen McMillan, I wish him nothing but the best. We just found out he's not going to be back till week 9 after that injury. The defense is great. Shout out to Kalijah Cansey from Pitt. Hail to Pitt. This is a great team. I mean, I'm going to give them that 9, 10, 11 window. I feel like they're going to be a little bit better than last year just because Baker Mayfield is now comfortable within the Buccaneers system. He's proven himself to be a good starter. My only issue with him is he plays like Ben Roethlisberger in the sense where he feels like he never wants to go down. Sometimes you just got to take the hit or throw it out of bounds. Baker Mayfield wants to hold onto the ball a little too long. So that's my only issue. Ben actually did solid at it because he was really good at throwing defenders off him. But there was times where you looked at Ben, you're like, get rid of the damn ball, Ben. Why are you still holding on to it?
Don't worry, I'm a Steelers fan. There's plenty of times I shout out at the TV.
Yeah, get rid of. It's the same thing with Baker, which is good because Baker's a trooper. Baker's willing to go down the trenches and have that fight. But there's some times where it's just like, just get rid of the ball. We could be a little closer if you just throw it out of bounds instead of taking the 15-yard sack.
I mean, you saw Baker give that headbutt to the guy whenever he won with the Rams a couple years ago.
Yeah, no, but Baker's a trooper. Give me 9, 10, 11. This is a really good team.
Give me 10, 11, 12. I like this team a lot. Mike Evans, great player. Baker Mayfield, great player. Crazy comeback from the career he was having. Godwin, valuable player. Injuries are already striking, which sucks, but...
What team's not getting injured, though?
Seriously. I mean, to be honest, my team's actually been pretty lucky. Because we've been benching like 20 players every preseason game. But, yeah, I think they're easily the best team in this division. I don't see them struggling against these teams. It should be an easy division win. I mean, one of these teams is completely god-awful.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get into them next.
Right above them on that poster. One team is just now maybe getting their quarterback value from the draft. And one of them is basically the Cleveland Browns of the NFC. So...
I'll tell you this right now, too. I mentioned it earlier, saying the Eagles, there's going to be a few teams in the NFL. I can see them giving them a hard time. The Buccaneers is one of those teams. The Buccaneers can match the Eagles perfectly. They gave the last 2 times the Eagles and the Buccaneers have met in the playoffs, that was the Eagles' toughest test. So don't be surprised if Tampa Bay beats Philadelphia in the playoffs. I'm not saying it will happen, but if they match, that's the last team Philadelphia wants to match up with.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that right now. That's my bold prediction. If I'm Philadelphia, I want any of the NFC North teams and any of the other East and West teams over the Bucs. Because
Really?
the Bucs will give them the hardest time.
You'd rather have the Commanders over the Bucks?
What?
You'd rather verse the Commanders than the Bucks?
I'd rather verse the Commanders than the Bucs. They blew them out last year in the playoffs.
Fair.
Next up, the New Orleans Saints. My God. I'm just going to be honest. This is the worst team in football. Let's just be honest. Let's just cut to the chase here. Cut the cheese. Cut the bread. This team sucks. Listen, the quarterback room is the most interesting because they have a lot of guys that are getting shots here. I mean, you got... Jay Kaner, you got Tyler Shue, rookie out of Louisville, and you got Spencer Rattler. So, at this point, you may as well start Taysom Hill. Like, this team is...
You know, I'm actually curious who the worst team is. Them, the Titans, or the Browns?
I think the Titans are solid.
I think those 3 teams are actually fighting for the first overall pick.
Who? What's the 3 teams?
Them, the Titans, and the Browns.
I don't know. I
can't think of a team worse than...
I think
the Titans to put over them. I'd say the worst teams are Saints, Browns, and then I'd have to say Titans. I don't think anyone's worse than...
I'd say Jets. And Raiders.
Fair.
Jets and Raiders are up there.
I don't know. I feel like the Jets are going to get just enough wins to not be in like the top 3 picks.
All I know is that this team sucks. 3, 4, 5. Next.
Do I want to say 2? No, I can't say 2. 2, 3, 4.
All right, let's talk about the Falcons now. This team, I feel bad for Kirk Cousins because if you watch the
I feel bad for him. He makes $100 million by sitting on the bench.
I don't feel bad for him in that sense, but if you watch the quarterback documentary, you're going to gain a lot of respect for Kirk Cousins, and I can't wait to have my dad on next week to actually talk about that because he admitted that he starts to respect Cousins a lot more now. I will say this. Michael Penix Jr. is my guy. I love him. I've defended him when he was at Washington. I was excited to see him in the national championship game. This team's going to take a major step back this year. I feel like they can win games just because of Bijan Robinson. He's a game changer.
Unless they trade him.
Unless they trade him. Ooh.
Which you're actually talking about.
I know.
Which is actually insane.
Stupid. But they got a great offense. I mean, if you really break it down, they got Drake London, great receiver. They got Kyle Pitts.
Fantasy favorite, but
I'll be honest, he's a solid tight end at times. I mean, he doesn't get the yards per catch and the touchdowns that he should, but I mean, he's a dominant threat. I mean, he's one of the best blocking tight ends in the league.
I love how people in fantasy pick him every single year and he does nothing.
It's because he doesn't catch the ball. He's more of a blocker now.
He's the Deontay Johnson of tight ends.
He really is. You got Tyler Algier, who's probably arguably the most underrated running back 2 in the league. You got a solid defense behind you. I'm actually excited to see this team. I'm going to give them 6, 7, 8, though. I don't see them getting a winning record. I don't see them making the playoffs. I feel like they can split with the Bucs this year just because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, again, Mayfield doesn't get rid of the ball in time. Falcons got a solid blitzing rush. I'm going to say 6, 7, 8.
I'm going to say 5, 6, 7.
That's fair.
I think that they're just going to struggle.
How about the Carolina Panthers now?
Oh, God.
Bryce Young absolutely lit things up last year after coming back from being benched by Andy Dalton.
All the edits of I understand it now.
And I feel like that's what he needed. He needed that wake-up call. This is the year where Bryce Young is going to have to not prove himself, but he's going to have to work out the kinks.
His seat's getting a little warm.
I don't think it's getting warm at all. I think Bryce Young will be fine up until his rookie contract. At this moment in time, he has showed me enough to get paid, to get a contract extension. He showed me enough to get it. If I'm the GM of the Panthers, I'm paying Bryce Young. I'm not paying him handsomely, but I'm paying him. Because I believe I can work with him.
You're not giving him a Dak Prescott contract?
Absolutely not. I'm not giving anyone a Dak Prescott. Unless you're Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. But no. I believe that Bryce Young can be a solid quarterback. I believe he can upset every team in this division. I mean, they're going to sweep the Saints, let's just be honest. But I believe they can give both the Falcons and Bucs a hard time. I don't think they're getting a winning record, though. I really don't. Their secondary is what bothers me. And guess what? The Falcons have receiving threats. The Buccaneers have receiving threats. That's what's going to stop them this year. It's that secondary. It's that goddamn secondary. I love my man J.C. Horn. That's all they got in that secondary. Let's be honest. That's all they got. I'm going to give 6, 7, 8 here, too.
I'll do 5, 6, 7.
There we go. All right, well, that is going to be all 4 NFC conferences. So now what we're going to do is since I'm a bit of a dumbass and I kind of forgot earlier.
Wow, really? See, Mom, you hear that?
I am. I'm calling myself it.
Still swearing?
Mm-hmm. Let's rank all 4. We'll go back to the NFC East. I'll let you take the floor here first.
Ooh, NFC East, you said.
NFC East. And I'm going to give you don't have to give your record, but I'm going to give my record for all 4 of them, too.
Honestly, I don't even remember what I said for all of them.
1 through 4.
Eagles, Commanders, probably the Cowboys, Giants.
I have the exact same. I got Eagles at 1, 13-4. I got the Commanders going 10-7 at number 2. I got the Cowboys at 9-8 at 3, and the Giants at 6-11 at 4. If the Commanders get rid of Terry McLaurin, I'm actually gonna flip the Cowboys and Commanders. I will put the Cowboys at number 2 and the Commanders at number 3. I believe that is that big of a loss. If the Cowboys lose Micah Parsons, they're still right there at that number 3 though.
What if they trade for Tyreek Hill?
No,
because that's one of the most rumored trades.
I don't know. McLaurin is much safer than Hill is. Hill is the better receiver because he's faster, he's more mobile, and he can get open. He's better at creating separation. But Terry McLaurin is the safest option. I mean, that man right there can go up and grab.
Well, I'm saying like, I'm not saying do you think it should happen. I'm saying if it happened, do you still think that they're worse than the Cowboys?
Yes, I do. I honestly do. I think Terry McLaurin needs to come back. He's the most consistent player Washington has had. Okay. All right, let's move over to
North.
We want to do North? Okay.
Well, I'm just going to ignore we did North, and then we did West and South.
I'll go first for this one. I got Green Bay at first, actually winning this division at 11-6. I believe the Packers are the best team in this division because the Lions, like I said before, they're taking a step back. The Vikings, they have a rookie going into their second year starting for the first time ever, and the Bears are just starting to figure things out. I think the Lions are going to match them, though, at 11-6. I think they're going to have the exact same record, but the Packers are going to get you're going to get a half a win more. It's going to come down to the divisional battle. It's going to come down to Week 18. Kind of like last year with the Lions and Vikings. Yeah. It's going to be the same thing with the Lions and Packers. But I believe the Packers get the slight edge due to strength of schedule. The Lions don't match up too well against their opponents versus the Packers. Vikings, I'm actually going to put at number 3 at 9-8. I think they're still going to get that winning record, but it's going to be just barely. And the Bears, although they're going to upset some teams and they're going to show some grit, I got them at 7-10. They're still going to have a losing record.
Yeah, I'm doing Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears.
Okay. Next up is the West, my friend.
Oh boy. I'm gonna say Rams, Seahawks. No, Rams, Niners, Cardinals, and Seahawks. I guess I don't know. That's actually really hard. I thought it was gonna be easy, but honestly, the Cardinals might be in second.
I want to put them in second so bad. I really do, but I can't. Listen, Rams are first, 11-6. Niners 9-8 at second. Cardinals 8-9 at third, and Seahawks 6-11. I think the Cardinals are going to either be just as good as last year or just one game more. The Niners are so unpredictable, it's hard to imagine. Like, they could literally be all over the place. The Seahawks, this is their step-back year. I know they have Cooper Kupp. I know that JSN's stepping up. I know that Bobo, my guy, is still there. But it's going to be a step-back year for them. Love the Rams to death, though, but it's going to be tough. They're going to, like, don't get me wrong. The Cardinals will probably match them, and the Niners will probably match them. All right, last but not least, NFC South. You want to take it from here? It's your team.
Sure, let's go. Tampa Bay, Carolina,
Ooh.
Atlanta. I don't know why I switched up from teams to where they are, and then New Orleans.
I'm not mad at you putting the Panthers there, but I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints, but I only have the Falcons a game more because I believe the Falcons are going to beat the Panthers both times. And the only reason why I say that is, again, the Panthers' secondary is outmatched. That's the only reason why I say that.
Is this the first time in history that I've given more credit to the Panthers than you?
It is, but I'm not mad at you at all because I could see it's like the Cardinals. I want to put them at second, but I can't. Buccaneers are going to go. Buccaneers are the only team with a winning record in this division. I got them at 11-6. The Falcons, I'm giving them 8-9. They're right there again. Panthers are 7-10. I feel like they're gonna be a lot better than last year. And the Saints are 3-14. They ain't winning anything. They're the worst team in football. Let's just be honest. They're gonna get swept by all three of these teams. Maybe the Panthers might lose a game just because again of the receivers. But yeah, this team is god awful.
Yeah.
Well, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna do it for our NFC division breakdowns. We got a couple of announcements I want to make towards the end of the episode, but what did you think of that this year? I feel like we did pretty good. The AFC episode blew up surprisingly.
Yeah, I think we did really good. You told me AFC numbers did great. I'm happy for that. NFC hopefully does just as good. It's basically the same exact thing.
It's basically just no Steelers.
Yeah, we got the 4 horsemen here.
Oh my lord.
Took 3 tries to get this episode out. I'm sure we're gonna go giggle some more off camera, and yeah, it was a great episode.
Great episode. Well, lots of big announcements to make before we end off today's episode. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to Dave Giving, the live charity podcast I'm going to be running. 2 Jagoffs Live coming out Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 7 in the Fishbowl at Point Park University. Ticket prices will go on sale soon. If you're a Point Park student, you get in for free with a student ID. And make sure you bring your regular ID too, because if you're 21 and up, you get a free drink at the beginning. I just found that out earlier too. So, sorry, Lucas, you can't have any drinks. I might, but...
I might.
I'll give you one backstage if you want.
Okay.
We'll share some with our very special guest. I got you. Point Park, you didn't hear that. Anyway.
And now we're both being expelled.
Oh, great. There goes the 2 Jagoffs Live. They're going to turn into Steel City Live with Nick Brown. But no, 2 Jagoffs Live. I'm very excited for it. Very honored. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt. I wish I was on camera today, but I'm wearing the Point Park Day of Giving t-shirts. We're going to get some merch. Lucas, I'll get you one as well. Maybe with the 4 Horsemen, some little retro shirts that they could wear.
Honestly, if you do that, I'm putting on all of them.
All right, I will do my best. Highly doubt it will happen, but we'll see.
Probably not.
Probably not.
You gotta get one for Mr. Jack Dean as well. He wants one.
I got Mr. Jack Dean. What size does he wear? Large?
Large?
Medium? He's scrawny. He can fit in a medium.
I don't know. Didn't he say large?
We'll ask him.
Medium. We'll ask him again.
We'll ask him later.
We already asked him once. We'll ask him again.
Also, big announcement. Next week, we are returning to the Media Hub for 2 Jagoffs both episodes. There's a big episode this Sunday with 2 professional wrestlers. There will be one on Zoom to end off the month, which you guys are going to like that one. But next week, it is not only just myself, Lucas, and the 4 Horsemen. It'll also be my dad returning. He's going to be back hopefully every single week for the NFL season. All 3 of us are going to be live in the Media Hub for our preseason recap, where we recap all the preseason games. We recap all the NFL news. We talk some college football because college football is right around the corner, baby. And we also talk some other sports headlines. It's going to be a fun episode. And not only that, Lucas, you're going to be busy next week. Because not only are you going to be on 2 Jagoffs, you're also returning to Steel City Commuters next week.
For my second time.
Second time. Myself, you, and Nick will look ahead at the upcoming semester. Next week is our first week back to school. We're going to talk about what our plans are for the semester, for both of our respective podcasts. Of course, you going into your first ever year of college. That's a lot of big stuff to talk about. Kind of recap your first day or 2 of it. It's going to be a fun week. Lots of fun. Don't mean
Fun.
Don't mean to quote our friend Andrew Powell, but it's a fun week.
Fun.
Fun.
Hee hee fun.
Ha fun.
Tee hee 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 fun.
Ta-ha fun.
LMAO fun.
You're such a child. Oh, this is bad. But with that all being said, though, make sure you go tune in to Steel City Commuters. Make sure you turn to the social media promos. Part 2 of Will Austin Catch the Football is out on social now. Did I catch the football? Do you just have to tune into the social media pages to find out?
I don't know. I don't know if you do or not. You're doing pretty bad in the first part.
Steve, did I catch it? I don't think I did.
Jeez, now you're wrecking the table.
I know. Poor Orbit and Goop took the
Yeah,
point
what the
there.
heck? What is it with you and Orbit?
We made up. We're cool.
Did you just hit him in the face and knock him over?
I was going for Steve.
Yeah, but like you hit him.
But I didn't mean to hit him.
Yeah, well, people say that all the time, but in the real world, doesn't mean just erase it. It still happened.
Okay.
Like, thank God I have Globby, or else he would have hit Globby too.
Globby? Yeah.
Not Robbie. Globby.
You made up with Robbie? What are we doing?
Globby. Glob Mikowski.
Oh, man.
And everyone's already tuned out. There's zero listeners right now.
Well, for the listeners that are still around, again, thank you all so much. Make sure you
well, to Mr. Jack Dean, Kevin, and Nick Brown.
Yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of 2 Jagoffs. Go like all the social media pages. Go drop us a follow. And don't forget to go check out that episode with President Rosales streaming on all platforms for both 2 Jagoffs and
don't forget to go to YouTube tomorrow.
And don't forget to go to YouTube tomorrow. The 2 Jagoffs 3-year anniversary, the highly awaited, slightly delayed episode of the 3-year anniversary will be coming out tomorrow on our YouTube. It's a YouTube exclusive. It's not going on any of our social media pages. It's not going on any of our Spotify or iHeart. It is going to be a YouTube exclusive.
Well, I mean, technically, the YouTube is a YouTube page for or social media page for 2 Jagoffs because it's 2 Jagoffs YouTube.
Stop. Anyway, Lucas, do you have any final words?
No, me and the 4 horsemen are tuning out.
Tuning out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry. All right.
So am I.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What are we getting?
We'll figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in to 2 Jagoffs. Until next time, we'll see you all in the Media Hub next week.
Peace.